My wife told my sister she's the reason I have trust issues, and my sister didn't deny it. I've been in couples therapy for 8 months. Every Tuesday at 6 p.m., my wife and I sit in that room and talk about why I can't fully let her in, why I check the locks 3 times, why I need her to text when she arrives somewhere, why I flinch when someone says I'm leaving even if they mean the grocery store. The therapist calls it hypervigilance. My wife calls it exhausting. She's not wrong. I'm tired too. I've been tired since I was 15. That's when my sister left. Emma is 6 years older than me. She was my entire world growing up. Not my parents, not my friends. Emma, she taught me to ride a bike. She walked me to school. She sat outside the bathroom door when I was sick and read me stories through the wood. Our parents weren't abusive. They were absent. Dinner was on the table. Nobody sat at it together. Emma filled every gap they left. She was my parent before I knew what that word meant. When she was 21, she left for college across the country. I was 15. She said, I'll call every day. She called for 2 weeks, then every other day, then once a week, then silence for almost 2 years. I called. She didn't answer. I left voicemails I'm embarrassed to remember. A 15-year-old boy talking to a machine asking his sister why she stopped calling. She came back eventually, hugged me like nothing happened, said, I missed you. I said it back, but something inside me had sealed shut. The part that trusts people to stay had locked itself during those 2 years, and it never reopened. Not for anyone. Not even for my wife, Rachel. Rachel has done everything right for 6 years. She shows up. She stays. She texts when she arrives. She says goodnight even when we're fighting. She spent 6 years proving she's not going anywhere. I believe her. Mostly. 90%. But there's a 10% that lives in a room I sealed at 15 and nobody has the key. Last month, family dinner, Rachel and Emma are in the kitchen. I'm in the living room, close enough to hear. Rachel said, I love your brother, but his trust issues are breaking me. We're in therapy because he can't believe anyone is going to stay. Emma said, he's always been like that. Rachel said, he hasn't always been like that. He became like that, and I think it started with you. Dead quiet. I could hear the faucet dripping. He told me what happened when you left for college. 2 years of silence. He was 15, Emma, a kid, and you were the only person in that house who made him feel safe, and you vanished. I waited for the defense, the explanation. It didn't come. He waits for everyone to leave. That's his default. He assumes every person he loves is temporary, and I think you were the first person who taught him that. Emma's voice, barely a whisper. I know. 2 words. No excuse. No, I was young. Just, I know. That broke me more than 2 years of silence ever did, because it means she always knew. She knew what leaving did to me. She carried that knowledge for 17 years and never said it out loud. Rachel said, he doesn't blame you. Emma said, he should. He doesn't, because he loves you too much. But I'm his wife. I'm living with the consequences of something I didn't cause. Every time he panics when I'm late. Every time he checks the locks. That's not about me. That's about a 15-year-old boy who called his sister for 2 years and she never picked up. I walked into the kitchen. They both looked at me. Eyes red. They knew I heard. Then Emma said 6 words I'd waited 17 years to hear. I'm sorry I left you. It didn't fix anything. Not immediately. But it opened the door to the room I sealed at 15. Not all the way. Just a crack. Enough light to see inside. Rachel held my hand. Emma held my other hand. 3 people in a kitchen connected by damage that started before 2 of them even knew each other. We're still in therapy. Rachel still texts when she arrives. I still check the locks, but twice now instead of 3 times. That's progress. Small. Invisible to anyone not paying attention. But Rachel notices. Emma calls me every Sunday now. 6 months straight. She hasn't missed one. She doesn't know I count, but I do. Every call is a brick being placed back into something she took apart a long time ago. Last Sunday she called and I didn't answer right away. Not because I was busy, because I wanted to see if she'd call again. She called back in 4 minutes. I picked up. She said, sorry, thought I missed you. I said, you didn't. She didn't hear what I really meant, but someday she will.